So Jenny and I are taking off. We're near the end of September. We're taking off down the Ganaraksa hiking trail. This is the access point at Devil's Lake at the Queen Elizabeth II Wildlands that were previously a provincial park. So we've hiked down this road, which is an access road for cottages that are along Devil's Lake just outside the park. Boy, no parking signs. Not something I'm used to seeing. I guess everyone tries to find a place to park.
I forgot my...
Forgot your hiking stick.
Yes.
You want to go back?
No.
Oh yeah, no motorized vehicles. For a non-operating park, it seems to be very heavily signed. So what's this one about? Oh yeah, I saw this in someone's YouTube video. Yeah, use at your own risk. Oh, there's a sign upgrade project by Mountain Equipment Co-op. Oh, there's another sign. Camping permitted in designated sites only. Ah, okay. So Saturday, with about an 8 a.m. arrival time, it seems really cold. I've been walking very quickly uphill, just trying to get warmed up after the car ride.
Here we go. It's beautiful weather. In September, Elizabeth. Oh, Queen Elizabeth's Wildlands.
So this terrain is a little different than some of the other parks we go to. In this case, we have to go down and across a pond, but there's a path across it, so it's not that bad. It's a case of balancing with an extra 30 pounds on your back.
Oh my god, can they go? I don't think I can make it. Oh my god.
This is when you're glad you have real hiking shoes that have real traction. So, here's the pond, and this is an old beaver dam, and then that's the stream trailing away from the beaver dam. And then out to the other side, and up we go. There we go, that wasn't so bad. So this trail involves a lot of crossing of beaver dams.
phone.
if you fell.
My phone doesn't get wet.
I don't think we brought any extra ones. So this is a dam that goes from this little lake down to this little lake. So we have walked quite a few kilometers. This is Shelton Lake, and we just have this beautiful look out here down to this point that you almost feel like you could get across there, at least in the summer. So after coming from here and heading down here and getting in the middle of the bush and realizing there was no blazes, and we checked the GPS and it said we were off trail, so we came back to the known point, and the trail heads off 180 degrees from the direction we were heading in. So we've reached Petticoat Junction. So Jenny, how many kilometers have we gone? Oh, 5.9 kilometers. It's on the sign. We've done 1,187 calories.
Yeah,
and
5 kilometers, 2 hours. Oh, please, slow.
Sorry, 2 hours?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's still early.
Victoria Falls this way. Wow.
Or Moore Falls that way.
Does that mean Victoria Falls 23.3 kilometers total?
That's the falls, not the lake.
Oh, okay.
We're headed for Victoria Lake. So we are proceeding through our hike, and currently we're in a nice thick wooded section. Trouble is all the fallen trees. This area is really big into that. So we just passed the 1,600 calorie mark. This part of the trail is a lot easier than the first quarter of the trail because it's flatter. We did so much up and down climbing. Our progress was so slow in the first quarter, and this is a breeze. It's cool enough that you almost can't decide if it's okay to take off your long sleeve shirt, but we are currently both in short sleeves. Jenny's gone down to shorts, but boy, I don't think I'd be comfortable. It's so nice and cool for hiking. And it is only the end of September.
This doesn't look like a trail.
Oh.
But it is a trail.
Well, there's a blaze right here.
Yeah.
Boy, that was quite a climb. Here we are, towering above this swamp. This, I think, is still Peter's Pond. There's a tree starting to change color. Just starting. I guess it means it's not healthy. So where do we go now?
I don't know.
I suspect straight ahead, the way you're pointing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a cool section of trail coming up. Okay, down rather steep section. Oh!
Oh, those trees are awful.
Yeah, well, I don't know if the trees were there when they put the trail in. So there's a blaze on the rock. Yep, and you can see path here. People have beaten it down. And there's the piece of plastic stuff tied to the tree, which serves as a quick blaze. Oh! Where is Jenny? There. Can I put this here?
This looks like a fungus.
It probably, oh, okay, well it probably is fungus, but it may not be the same variety that we get. Wow. An interesting place for the trail to go. Where does it go now? There's just no hints here. Oh well. How you doing, Jenny? Oh, she's up there in the woods taking a photograph. Okay, up you go, Jenny.
You think I can go this?
Yep, you have the right equipment. You got hiking boots.
I don't think so. Okay.
Easy, was it?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, your turn.
Let's take a look. Oh, yes.
By the way, those trees are not gonna fall, right?
I was looking for dead trees, and it's just the odd branch, the little ones,
Are you
and not above us.
Are you recording?
Yeah. Okay. Which is the head end. Like that, right? Like that.
Oh, you're yeah. Did you do it?
Snap! Okay.
This is too long.
Okay, I got it. I think.
We're at the Victoria Lake, Queen Elizabeth Wellness, and this is this lake is so beautiful, and look at this beautiful
You
lake.
missed me.
That's the trail coming. We came from. There are a few boats on the on this lake. They're not motorboats, and they're just paddle boats, and they're quiet. It is worth it to hike 10 kilometers to get here.
It's Sunday morning, and it was quite cold last night, and whenever I got up in the middle of the night, looked outside, there was a beautiful bright full moon, and you saw this incredible steam coming off the lake. And we are leaving. It has become really foggy. So we're gonna trek out, but there's a stop halfway that we want to stop at, the highest point in the park, that we can take a look and take pictures. Oh, I see some sun breaking through. So here we have a beaver dam, and the trail comes.
Where's it? Where is this?
The trail comes below the beaver dam, but this is a path, I think, made by water overflowing or people walking up to take a look.
Wow. This beaver dam is straight in the mountains.
Yes, that's quite a beaver dam. And then this pond at the bottom is actually an infinity pool when you look at it from here. As you look towards the end of the pool, it just ends, and you can see that there's something lower beyond it. And that's another dam. I don't know why they did dam that. I don't see what they would accomplish, because they already have a beaver pond up top. We took a side trail, came up to the point that we can tell from the topographical map is the highest point in the park. And sure enough, you can actually see things off in the distance. So we stopped for lunch, or is it breakfast? Anyway, first meal of the day, it's lunch. Although it's partway through the morning. We stopped on this sort of rock area, and it's just a little off the trail. But it's very open and beautiful space. One of the advantages of having a lot of active beavers is that sometimes they make it easier for you to cross a lake. And to think this bridge is completely made by animals for us. Wasn't that nice of them? So he doesn't get an awful lot of changing water depth, but I guess somewhere out there there's a lodge. And this whole thing works for him in the winter because he's got a beaver dam. And away we go on the other side. Oh. It's a beautiful sunny day. Not a cloud in the sky. Well, a couple of hints. And that's it. You made it!
I don't think this is